guys, I'm Swarali Mehta.
And I'm Swapnil Patil.
So we are here to take you through our new YouTube channel, which is SAP Beginners. So we'll take you through all the SAP basics, SAP what you want, what are the queries you have related to SAP systems, SAP business processes in the industries. So let's have a short introduction about what is SAP. So basically, what do you think what is SAP? So you might have got some of the idea, some of the information over the internet, as in SAP is the leading enterprise information and management package. So basically, it is one of the ERPs. So ERPs are enterprise resource plannings softwares in the market today. There are various number of SAP ERP softwares, amongst which SAP is the medium which is used for various medium sized as well as large enterprises. And SAP is a priority product of German company SAP AG. You all might have gone through all this information, how the SAP started its journey. So basically, if you have any questions related to this, you can drop down your questions in the comment section or or on our page. So now moving towards evolution of SAP. So how SAP got evolved. So over here, as you can see, in 1972, R1 came into picture where it had three layers. As we all know that SAP consists of three layers, which are presentation layer, application layer, and storage layer. So R1 is the one tier interface where it has all these three layers in a single package. Moving towards next, which is mainframe R2, which came in 1979. So it came basically established as R1 was not satisfying the competency, the data sufficiency levels, so R2 was established. Then moving towards R3, which is client server. So all these three layers which we have discussed. So these three layers, it has an independent platform, independent separate modules which are included in R3 system. And it came to suffice the storage levels, the competency levels, and the competency of the data levels. Then moving towards the World Wide Web SAP. So basically, World Wide Web, if the people who have a limited experience can also have the SAP systems, and they can have a simple planning interfaces. Now you will ask me how this evolution evolved. So it evolved from R1 to SAP S4 HANA. These are the medium stages where it got through all the advanced technologies. At every step, it had got each and every improvement in the SAP systems or SAP processes which it has, SAP software basically which it has. Now moving towards service oriented architecture ERP. Now so it stores similar data where the it can be shared to various modules, and this is found in integrated systems. Now moving towards in-memory computing SAP HANA, which came in 2011. So we all know that in-memory computing is where the data from source system is stored in RAM memory. So as now you will ask me when it is, how it is RAM memory. So now when it is a RAM memory, you can have access to any of the data. You can store as much as data you want. So it provides faster access of data to multiple CPUs for information processing and analysis. And it is called as SAP HANA. Then moving towards SAP BW powered by SAP HANA. So this is also on SAP HANA, that is in memory database. So BW is business warehousing, a platform of choice of customers to build various business intelligence applications. These we will be discussing in our further future videos. Moving towards SAP Business Suite, it has all the modules integrated in one single suite which is also on SAP HANA database. So it has various modules, you can call it as, which are required for all the businesses in the industries. Then the SAP Simple Finance, which had a reporting structure, a real-time reporting of finance, all the financial based transactions I can see. Then it came SAP S4 HANA, on which we will be working. We will be having all our videos on basically SAP S4 HANA. We will be showing you how SAP S4 HANA is different from SAP ECC packages. And this was evolved in 2015. For evolution of SAP, you can surf on the website which are given in the description. So if you have any queries, you can reach to us anytime. Now moving towards next, which is SAP module integration. So why there is SAP module integration? Why I am telling you there is an integration? So basically, what do you think, what you have in your mind basically for having an integration? And whenever, if you see, if anyone speaks about SAP, so suddenly it comes to your mind, there is an integration. So how this integration helped? And this is the reason. So SAP module integration is the reason why SAP is trending towards businesses today in the world. And it has improved a lot in the softwares. It had improved a lot moving towards advanced technologies. So how it integrates, let me ask you a question, or else let see that how the businesses handles these processes in a simple way. So so it starts from sales order management. So sales order management is what, uh, a company gets a requirement from their customer that they want a product. So if they want a product and it is being manufactured in the company itself, so to manufacture that product, they need some more components or some more products. I can say some more raw materials to manufacture that product. And those raw materials are being procured from outsourcing or outsourced from any of the vendors. So over there, procurement gets involved. So procurement is basically what the material management team is involved for getting procurement. So they do the inventories. So they check whether the order which has been taken by the sales team, so which raw materials are required and how much is the stock. If there is any of the raw material which is not there in the stock, so they send their orders to the vendors and order for that particular component or particular raw material. Then there is a manufacturing when the stock is there in place, or I can say when the inventory is full and sales team gets an order. So manufacturing gets involved. So how manufacturing gets involved? If the material management has handled the stocks or inventory, sales team is getting an order. So manufacturing team has to manufacture that finished product, right? So there the manufacturing takes place. Now we have all got through the sales, the procurement, the manufacturing. Then there is a fulfillment. If the manufacturing is done, you have to fulfill that order, right? So now to fulfilling that order, you have to ship those orders, you have to get the orders done. So there is a fulfillment where the complete processes is fulfilled. You can, what is a fulfillment? So the process is completed, then you do the fulfillment, right? So now next is inventory. So as you have basically, if you check that, if I can give you an example, that at your home you check your in your kitchen you have the groceries. So you check that those groceries, whether those groceries are there in the stock or not, that inventory is there in the stock or not. So this is the inventory check which has been done for the businesses. Then the business intelligence, where there are analytics, as in the sales operation planning or the business data which we surf out, how the future is been responsible to get the orders. For that is as in the how much inventory we should keep in the stocks and all those things. Then moving towards reporting. So reporting is the part where the all altogether all these processes are involved. So where the reports are generated, the sales reports are generated, the material reports are generated. So we'll be discussing in our videos further how these reports get generated. Then customer surveys, whether the customers are happy or not. It also includes the customer relationship management, how the relationship should be there between a company and its customers. So human capital management, where it handles all the employees, if any of the company has its employees, the workers, the laborers. So human capital management takes place. Then financial and asset management, as you can see, financials, by word financial, you might have understood that it is responsible for the accountings of the company. Now we have gone through the high level approach of the business process, how it takes place in any of the industry. Now you'll ask me how the modules are integrated. So basically, modules are a part of business process itself. So all those things which we have over here, that these modules, here I have shown how the modules are integrated in the processes. Now we have taken an example that a product has been ordered, so there is a customer order in sales and distribution. Then there is a material requirement planning. Then the material management, that is procurement team, gets involved, where they uh, order for the component or the raw material which is required to produce the final product. So now, as soon as they order, they do the goods receipt, the invoice verification. These are the steps involved in the process. Now, you will ask me how these steps are getting involved and all those things. These questions will be answered in our future videos. We will be showing you how these processes takes place in SAP system and how these integration points are being discussed in the processes. So basically, accounts receivable, and that is a part of FI, finance. So finance and SD are integrated for this point. Then for accounts payable, as in we are taking the components from the vendors, so we have to pay those vendors. So at that time, finance and that is material management, have the point of integration. Then moving towards production, so production module and the CO, that is controlling, has a bit different part than other processes. So we'll be discussing it further in our videos. They have the order, how this order settlement point takes place. So all these processes, if you have any of the questions regarding the processes, the theory part, or any of the things, you can ask us in our comment section, or you can mail us on the mail ID. Okay. Then moving towards next, which is deliverables by SAP beginners. So we are SAP beginners and we'll be delivering you what you want. So next, which is queries related to process. So what is process? Even if it is a basic business process, other than SAP, if you have any questions, you can ask those questions to us. If it is related to SAP processes, SAP system processes, even though you can ask those questions to us anytime, any queries related to business process and SAP process will be solved. Then next is basic understanding. So basic understanding is that we will be not giving you much more data or something, but yes, we will be understanding you how the basics are involved. Main thing to have the SAP knowledge is the basic understanding. Moving towards next, which is short descriptions of various topics in SAP. We will be giving you what are the short descriptions which are responsible to have that SAP in your business process. So it is really very important to get these topics cleared in your mind. moving towards next, which is you can upload any of the queries on the page and all your queries will be answered. You can have your queries emailed us on the email ID which has been shown. Anytime, anywhere, we will be answering you the questions. Even if you want a video of that, just please let us know. Now you can contact us on our email ID. You can, if you want to ask us any of the questions personally, you don't want it to send it on our email IDs, you can ask us on our LinkedIn profiles. You can connect to us with on our LinkedIn profiles. You can message us on that too. So guys, we will ask you to like, share and subscribe our new video channel, a new YouTube channel, SAP Beginners.
So guys, we will upload the more videos and our session will be interactive. If you wish to join us in future video, you can contact us or send the email along with your queries. Or also you can connect with us personally via LinkedIn. We have mentioned our LinkedIn ID here. And please do not forget to subscribe for more updates.
Yes, thank you, Swapnil.